I mute, it's because I got a call from work, just an FYI. So
You're good, sir. You give us some kind of visual indicator or text us?
Oh, you would know immediately because my phone's on full blast. You can be like, it's gonna sing. It's gonna sing the alarm notifications that everybody loves and hates when I receive my.
You'll have
call.
to elaborate on your One Piece beanie. Should friend of the show Jeremy be on the show? He has decided to take it upon himself to digest the anime.
Anime's good, man. I finished all 1,000 episodes in like 6 months.
He did the live action. He's like, okay, I think I'll move on to the anime now. I was like, okay, and I sent him to the link to the manga to buy the 110 volumes of manga.
Bitch. Manga's better, man. Just it flows so much faster.
He's like, no, I'm not doing that one. I said, complete the trifecta. He said, I'm not doing that one.
He stops at reading. What the fuck?
Right. He wants to consume his content visually
and auditory
and orally. Oh, I gotta change your thing. Friend of the show, Mermy points out it still says Monday night, not podcasting.
Not Monday Night Football.
Recording live. Buish says One Piece. He came into the show choosing violence. Renee says I feel empty. I finished multiple manga. And Buish says I've read enough in my career.
Damn.
This is getting deep already. It's just the pre-show. We just went live. Just chatting. Good job, Mermy.
Yeah, once Jeremy gets to the newer episodes, I'll bring out the figures I got back here because about half of them are all One Piece related. So,
Buish, Renee, did y'all get a go live notification? Mermy did not. Mermy, the French name. Does anybody want a gateway PC CRT?
I almost heard drug
with VGA input.
I strictly moved over to PCs with HDMI and DisplayPort inputs. I'm never looking back.
I'm saying this is the display with VGA.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about the CRT thing. Yeah.
We have to get it in the next 24 hours, apparently. It's urgent. It's free, but it's urgent. Just like Foreigner warned us of. Cesar, I don't know, man. I hear weird... It's not feedback, but I don't hear I don't hear myself in this... not coming out of the Yeti, out of the different audio port. It doesn't sound right. I hear myself outside the headphones, if that makes sense.
I have no idea what the fuck we're talking about.
Let me switch it back. I'm not digging this. This was a troubleshooting step.
Live at Saturday night.
Gaming Kitty. Mic test.
You were heard.
Yeah, I hear myself. It's giving me some It's giving me the proper feedback. I don't know. I don't like that. Renee says to answer your question, yes. I guess the question is yes to One Piece.
What does that mean?
Just say yes to One Piece.
I mean, Renee gave up on One Piece. No offense to you, Renee. I'm calling you out.
He says he always finishes. There were so many series I haven't read after reading them. It was so good. What's next on the list for me? Recommend something to a friend of the show, Renee. I have nothing left. Right. Renee said he's finished everything. He feels so empty. He has nothing left. Thanks, Renee, for the sound check. You sound good too, Renee. Sound check. Mic test. With it in the Yeti, for some reason, I hear myself. So I get that immediate feedback like we're sitting here together. But when I plugged it in the other 3.5mm input I have, it was totally different. It shouldn't be different. I changed them in Skype.
Jeremy, let's go. Attack on Titan, let's fucking go.
Oh god, the giant baby people.
Shingeki no Kyojin, let's go. Shingeki no Kyojin.
Brand, are you good, or are you gonna keep troubleshooting?
I'm fine.
You look and sound fine, so we can get the show done. And if you would like to bring in said MacBook to an establishment tomorrow where it could be looked at by multiple individuals, That might be advisable.
All right.
The individuals may enjoy
Said troubleshooting.
said troubleshooting of said device in said establishment.
And said block.
Yes, all of those things. Brent, did you add any news stories? Same
No,
ones?
I did not.
290, gents. We're 10 away from the big 300. 300 episodes of this shit. That's 6 years. It's crazy.
Give or take.
Oh, man. I can't believe it. No, March 2018 is 6 years. Yeah, we've missed a week here or there, but it's not consistent. We make more consistent content than not. Whew. Oh, Brant, what a setup. This is the Asus.
Yeah.
Looks like you get a year's worth of Office 365 for free. Did you redeem that offer when you,
I don't remember. I think I did. It was several years ago.
You also know that you don't have to with your professional ventures. You get 6 tablet licenses and 6 desktop licenses with your professional ventures.
Yeah, but I have to keep my professional cellular device as well for dual factor purposes.
Oh, you don't. No, you don't need to. Do we need to have this discussion?
On certain things, I did.
No, we need to have this discussion separately from the podcast. We need
10-4.
to get paid.
Ah. Damn.
Audio's too loud?
Never loud
It's
enough.
weird. Everything like y'all are fine, but then if I get a notification or something
On the computer?
goes, it
Oh.
goes doo-doo-doo.
Turn off notifications in the computer. Do not disturb. We're up 7 points on the LeBrons. Is that a copyright infringement?
The LeBrons?
Yeah, it's saying the LeBrons. Does he have a trademark on LeBron?
No. I mean, there's a production studio called Braun, and he doesn't even own that, so
We have a trademark, no outside food or drink.
it's going to be tough.
Or the URL. Oh, the URL's out there. All right, you guys ready? Episode 290, the latest and greatest episode. Brant disagrees. He mutes to cough.
No.
Unmuting, he comes back to add to the conversation. It's like Bastion. The young hero returns to the microphone. You're muted.
What's happening?
Are you trying to be muted? Sound check, sound check. Mic test, mic test, mic test.
3, 2,
Mic
1.
test. You're muted. I see you speaking. We don't hear you. Mic test, mic test. He doesn't know what happened. Mic test. Hey, this is why we get on early. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 7 people. Thank you for joining us for this
For the troubleshooting.
troubleshooting process.
Yeah.
It's all good. This is all the trials and tribulations of having a free podcast.
It's all part of the show.
It's all part of the show. Free podcast, no editors, no producers, all self-produced, all self-edited, all self-published.
Could be worse. Could be me doing the fucking night at the museum. So
What would you be? Oh, the night at the Bird Museum?
that's where I was at.
We spent last night at the Bird Museum. Oh, the Bird Museum will live in infamy. It's funny, I switched those audio inputs trying to rule out the feedback. Cesar, and I haven't heard it since I switched it back to this one. Funny how things
how it
work.
Isn't that always how it works, sir?
Brant, what did we do to lose you? I don't think you changed anything. You want to duck out and come back in?
Yeah, drop out, rejoin. It's probably something silly as that.
We do not hear you. We see your lips moving. We do not hear you. Can anyone on the chat hear Brant? I haven't changed your NDI, so I'm not fucking with my stuff. I'm assuming it's your troubleshooting. Eat it, LeBron's.
God damn.
You're almost older than me. Give this up.
I'm older than him.
It's a young man's game. Oh, he was wearing the like short basketball shorts, but now they're getting longer again.
It's just...
There you are.
Oh,
there
like,
you are.
Yeah,
yep, we just heard that.
About the late 90s, early 2000s basketball shorts were like super baggy as fuck.
They were. You ever seen, I know you've seen those pictures where they show like, here's the NBA championship winners going to the White House, 2004. Or here's the NBA championship winners go to the White House, 2018. Like the suit styles and everything's totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Mermy says cannot. I don't know if that's in reference to One Piece, Attack on Titan, or Brant speaking.
Brant speaking. Nobody insults Shingeki no Kyojin or One Piece.
Of course not. Now he's frozen. We wait for him. Renee says stories about women going crazy is great. Author knows how to mix real life with fantasy so good. I don't know what that means.
It's kind of out of nowhere, Renee. Who are we talking about?
Renee, are you talking about that show Snapped on... What is that, Oxygen? I don't know. He said women going crazy. I'm guessing it's like Oxygen or something.
What?
We're down a listener. They left us. They left us for this nonsense.
I would too. We're going to stay here for an hour from Brant troubleshooting something.
Hey, he's just frozen.
On this week's episode.
This week brought to you by Asus. We're there when you need us. Consistency.
Are we?
Yeah, are we? Yeah, it's a Yeti Blue. He's gone. He's frozen on the stream. I'm in the very bottom of the window. If you look at the stream, his backing out has turned us a little crazy here.
What are we doing? Is this like a golf thing you're doing?
I had to lean in. Look where I'm at on the stream. This is how I have to lean in to be visible.
You're supposed to lean back.
Like this? I can't get back that far. It's not, my chair's not that low. Murphy says you asked if we could hear him. I could not. I love Attack on Titan. Giant baby people or not, I have no opinion on One Piece. Renee says I can't see your face, Richard. We are aware Brant is taking one of the spots here on OBS, so when he gets back in, we'll straighten that out. Welcome to the pre-show. Hey, we're just padding our streaming hours, right? Whether it's good content or not. It could be embarrassing Warzone for everybody to watch. You guys just get the collarbone down. Cesar, can I strip? Cesar, can I strip for the...
Dear God, no.
Don't take it off. Leave it on.
Always leave it
He
on.
says, I just noticed Cesar's headgear. Why did you come on the show choosing violence and yelling out One Piece? I knew he knew he would get your attention, I think.
Man, I love me some One Piece.
Just noticed Cesar's headgear.
We're gonna do a Beverly Hills Cop theme.
So I just want to note to listeners, Cesar thought tonight he may have a work issue that would prevent him from recording. So Brant and I were like, all right, we didn't do last night. Let's go ahead and knock it out tonight. Cesar said it was fine. And Cesar says, hey, I'm going to be able to make it. So here's all the three of us. And now Brant is technically indisposed. And we're right back down to two people, apparently. But hopefully Brant can jump back in with us.
Corrections
on host. Or we get started and let Brant jump in. It should pull him in this OBS window, I think. I think I can.
Hooked on a feeling.
We all are.
Mm, 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 mm.
Whew. For those of us just joining us, actually we lost one person, so I don't know if anybody's joined.
As our viewership decreases.
Yeah, the reason we lost a person and the viewership decreases is Brant's having some technical issues. You probably see him frozen on the screen. He is not in our current call that we capture on OBS, so we're patiently waiting for him. We do have... Nope, we got our person back. England prevails.
Why? Because the sun never sets on the British Empire.
Yeah, the Union Jack. The Pirates of the Caribbean. Man, we delay it one more day, we'll have a PlayStation State of Play to discuss. And then probably no news for the next 5 days until we record again.
So they put Sea Thieves on PlayStation?
That might be tomorrow. Renee says, I haven't read One Piece. I piss off Sin's coworker.
He did.
By not reading One Piece?
By giving up on the show.
By giving up on the show. So not just the...
My coworker's very passionate about it. I laugh about it all the time.
Oh. We have a reconnection. Our feed looks jacked, but I'll fix that. Brant, give us something.
Something.
There he is.
There he is. Yay.
Is he MacBooking or Asusing?
How many MacBooks so quick?
Why did the MacBook fail us? Cesar, we may want to take the lead on news and games played and such, just in case Brant dies on us or is unable to.
Damn, why would he die? That's harsh, man.
I mean, just on the stream, he's not gonna die. He's gonna die in Warzone. We always die in Warzone. Kill him. The weakest. You are the weakest link, Brant. No, I'm saying that way we're not just staring at each other waiting for him to pipe up in case. No. What I meant instead of death was this. This is my real reason.
That way we're not staring at each other.
Yeah, we're not staring at each other while he dies in the background.
Yay.
Brant, you good?
Yes.
He's in.
So, hopefully.
We have 4 news stories. Rec Room, Microsoft, Wii U, Horizon, Butthole. You guys ready? Brant's video is just bouncing around, but I don't know if I can help that right now.
He'll be alright. I mean, he's doing the Lord's work on that fucking Asus
Also
thing,
true. This is the Lord's work. All right, you guys ready?
I mean, at least I have 45 iPads. I can just pull one out.
Hey, we have 7 people. That's more than we usually have. They're here to see a live recording of an
we get one person back?
Warzone. Embarrassing Podzone. Podzone? Is that a Pizza Hut special? Is that a Reggie Fils-Aimé invention? The Podzone?
Maybe.
Brant's is bouncing around, but I think that's just going to be what it is. I'll just keep fighting it. I wish I could lock him in right here. Maybe I'll try it.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus. Brant will be fine.
That podcast I sent you guys earlier about the game preservation stuff. Mm-hmm. If you want to if you don't want to listen to it in that browser and you want to download it, their own show is called 1A. That's an NPR show. So, for listeners that are in the pre-show, there's an NPR article called Game Mode Saving Classic Video Games. And Frank Cifaldi's in there, Rebecca Valentine from IGN, Frank Cifaldi from Video Game History Foundation, I'm sorry. So, if you're interested in that, you can find their show on your podcast client under 1A. I guess that's NPR 1A. But it's also at the1a.org. But the segment is called Game Mode Saving Classic Video Games. And there's an article, but there's a 45-minute listen as well. And I haven't checked it out. I just saw it right before we started recording.
Is it a new thing?
It just came out, yeah. It's a new... Which Kelsey Lewin is gone from Video Game History Foundation, so I'm interested.
I forgot she did leave.
Yeah, she left. I'm interested to see... that was a big loss. It's a big loss, isn't it, Bran?
No, it's this setup. Sorry.
Bran was very upset.
I know you were in shambles. I was like, okay, but that's kind of old news. I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't mean for you to find out right now in this way, this capacity.
That face it.
So I sent it to a friend of the show, Russell, who's been playing Final Fantasy IV recently, and there's a clip of audio from Final Fantasy IV within like the first 30 seconds. I was like, dude, please tell me how I can download this in a consumable format instead of this browser link. And I was like, please listen to the first 30 seconds. And that's when he replied with where to find it.
He was in after that?
What's that?
He was in after that?
He didn't sound interested, but he told me where to grab. Yeah, I don't think he listened to the 30 seconds in the Final Fantasy IV. All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Brant, are you going to be goodish to make it through?
If not, we'll keep it going, right? We'll make it do what it do.
He's just shrugging his head. I don't know. Is your sound borked again? He's taking a photo. The Gaming Kitty has announced his presence. He'll probably send us said photo.
Wait.
Or we might be frozen. Might have to pretend it's a call. What did we get? I don't know. Brent sends us a photo. There was a problem with your microphone. There was a problem with your speakers. Richard is using a device that could broadcast or record this call. Damn, I got outed. Weesh says demo. Yes, Weesh, this is the 290th demo. We've never done this before. Brant, are you doing anything that makes that happen on Skype? That makes it freak out? He's troubleshooting. Or he might not be able to hear me. Cesar, do you mind texting him? Just say, hey, do you mind if we get started while you troubleshoot? It's 8:36. Renee said he's frozen again, like one of my stories. Like Frozen fanfic? Yeah, Brant's locked. What about joining from your phone? Do you want to join from your phone? Or we get started and you jump back in when you can and see if it works? Oh, good job, Cesar. My bad. started using my timepiece. He nods in agreement. He stares down the Asus with spite and hatred and vitriol and jaundice. All right, he says yes. Ready, Cesar? Me and you, baby. We wait for Brant, but we get this recording going. I'll just slide him out of the way while we're waiting. And then when he comes back, I should be able to pull that back in the window. Cesar, are you good? I can't hear you now. Did I fuck something up? I don't hear you now. Okay. Ooh, this episode's not meant to be. Or I just monologue it. I do the Jeff Gerstmann show, starring Richard Bergman. As not Jeff Gerstmann. Ooh, Renee says Skype sucks. Renee, we use this week in and week out for like 3 years now. I don't think it's Skype. Brant has a different PC he's having to use. But he said he didn't mean One Piece so literally. That's a One Piece show. It's a monologue. Am I the Monkey Luffy of this show? And now it's just me. I think I'm by myself. Nope, Cesar's here. Just no audio. And now I'm by myself, talking to myself. Famous Ian Malcolm line. I think Cesar's going to attempt to rejoin. Oh, he killed the call. Oh, no. Are we still streaming is the question, because that call died. Are we still streaming is the question, because that call died. Alright, I'm in here. Cesar's your audio. Renee says, now you're frozen. Renee, we restarted the call. Renee says, Richard, carry the show. I may have to. We've been delayed further than 8:40. It's not bad. Yeah, thanks, Renee. I see I'm still streaming. Hey, we got more people than ever watching this. Thanks. Thanks for joining the nonstop troubleshooting. I don't know what happened. Thank you, Mermy. No. I don't hear you, sir. I see you moving, though. We says we crashed the servers. Yes, 8 people. We have 8 people watching this troubleshooting. There's nothing better than this content as I talk to myself and we do troubleshooting. That's how it goes. There you are. There you are. I heard it.
Jesus Christ, I had to fucking reboot the whole system.
What happened?
Great question there, Richard.
Yeah. While we're on that topic.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to know, because then that would require me to troubleshoot my own shit, which I'm 100% against.
Not right now. We're not doing that right now. All right, so Brant, Cesar, you and I are going to get going while we wait for Brant to jump back in. Hopefully that should be seamless as he gets in to help us record, right?
Yes. At one point it wasn't going to be me, now it's no Brant. What a world we live in.
That's a story I was telling, and then yours died, and I was like, I guess it's just me. It's down to 1.
Your Richard monologues.
That's when Richard monologues, instead of the other type of monologues there are. Welcome to the Dick monologues.
Hey, it could work. That could work.
Good. I am on show. I'm breaking free. I'm the Justin Timberlake of this group, or the Beyonce. I'm shedding the background singers. It's now just me. It's only going to be me talking to myself. I cannot do this. Who else? Diana Ross. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. I had to look up today. There's a delay in the video on your part, Richard, says Renee.
Damn it, Renee.
What does that even mean at this point? Did we start the stream again? I hear an echo, too. Is that from my phone? It's not. Cesar, do you have some other speakers on? Mic test, mic test. Mic test. Mic test. I hear feedback. I hear echo somewhere. Did you crank up your ears in your troubleshooting? A delay on the video. What could I do to fix that, Cesar?
Go back in time and then go forward in time?
Kill the stream and start again?
Probably.
I don't want to get into that. We're already this far.
What does that even mean, though? Delay in the video. So not the audio's not synced with the videos? What do you say?
Yeah, maybe some lag is what I'm guessing.
And we're playing just like Dishonored on PS3. We're fine.
Yeah, it's the only way I know how.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep hearing myself, and I don't... It's playing back on your side. There's no other external speakers? Like when I'm speaking, you're lighting up because I hear myself bouncing back somewhere. Or a phone?
No. I mean, I don't have it on my phone. Let me unplug my soundbar here.
Mic test.
Soundbar's unplugged.
Mic test. No, I still hear myself. It's like that Call of Duty echo.
Volume is lowered on this.
Mic test, mic test. I still think it's recordable. We can have a conversation. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go! Whew, this was a doozy getting off the ground. You'd think we hadn't done this before.
It's an Ian curse.
Something. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 290 of the NOFODcast. We are No Outside Food or Drink, the Southeast premier video game and technical issues podcast. Join us for video game news, what we've been playing, and microphone and camera troubleshooting each and every week. This is our 290th iteration of this. It's 45 minutes of troubleshooting. Thank you, everybody who hung in with us on Twitch and YouTube. We appreciate your patience as we fight through the pain. Tonight's news. Why we'll never see Rec Room on PSVR 2. Find out later. Microsoft making cuts. What does that mean? Snipper clips? The end of online pay for Wii U and 3DS? Question mark. And Horizon Forbidden West Combat Evolved coming to PC. I don't know, it said CE. That's what I know is Combat Evolved. Mm-hmm. I'm one of your hosts, Choosing Combat, Richard Bergman, joined tonight by an evolved form, Cesar Concepcion II.
Hello.
Cesar, welcome. The echo's gone. I'm pleased to report. I don't know what it was, but it's gone.
I don't know. I punched everything. Maybe it was whatever I punched.
That's what you got to do. You got to come out swinging. And, oh shit, we might have a small miracle.
Never-ending troubleshooting, boys.
We might have a small miracle. I was prepared to introduce you not being here, but instead he's here. And that looks like the MacBook. That is not the Asus.
Yeah. Looks like a MacBook that's undocked, maybe.
Brant McKee.
I can send you a picture of this. It's an even older MacBook.
Yeah,
you have an older one?
I have an even older one as well too, but I don't think that one would work.
I'm so impressed. I've got a Snow Leopard machine. I wasn't lying to you. Let's break it out.
I'm about to say I think I've got a Snow Leopard machine as well.
Brant McKee is here. He's going to rank the Mac OS X OSs, and he's going to divide it up into famous mountains and big cats.
Not national park.
Brant, why did you choose Panther at the top of your list? Go. Not national parks.
Carolina.
Was it national parks?
No,
I thought it was like
national
mountain
parks.
peaks.
Carolina, Camden.
Carolina Panthers.
It's Yosemite. Oh my god.
We're just naming stuff that we know that are
Panthers and Panther adjacent. Oh, Brant's taking another picture. He's going to show us another old MacBook. I should have said your vintage computer podcast, because we're definitely hosting this thing on an assortment of devices at this time.
I was about to say the damn camera was absolute trash on this thing, so I have to USB everything. USB.
It worked.
USB
Look
camera.
how quick you rigged that up, though. You just left us like 10 minutes ago. You already had it rigged up. Yeah.
It helps. It helps that everything's connected to a hub, so I just one USB in. And
Okay, not as impressive, Brant. We were trying to brag on you there, but you're bringing it down a little bit. Your skills aren't as advanced as we thought. But how is that MacBook up to date for like Skype and stuff? How did you just pop that in and go?
It's just ready.
Also, did you commandeer a MacBook?
Yeah, this may be the Mrs. Old MacBook.
I knew somehow you procured one on the fly.
She's not using this one at all, so.
This might be the oldest MacBook I've ever heard of.
Oh, I could pull one out of the closet that's older for you.
Oh, man. Here we go. Wow, we'll never see Rec Room on PSVR 2. We almost didn't see Brant on this episode.
Was he lost in the Rec Rooms?
Brant was in the Rec Room. Brant, get out of the Rec Room. It's time to do the podcast. This show is brought to you by, this story comes from Chris Scullion at VideoGamesChronicle.com. Studio behind popular VR social MMO Rec Room can't justify the cost, in quotes, of bringing it to PSVR 2. Quote, we haven't found a way to make it make economic sense, its co-founder says.
It's funny, it's the same thing I feel about me buying a PS4.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Insert reason
Can't
for
justify
not buying PSVR 2. We haven't found a way to make it make economic sense. There are currently no plans to bring PSVR 2 to our living rooms, respectively.
I mean, what are we getting ourselves into? Just do Resident Evil games?
And apparently not Rec Room.
No.
As reported by Upload VR, Rec Room CCO and co-founder Cameron Brown held a Reddit AMA Ask Me Anything session earlier this week, inviting players to ask him questions. One user asked Brown if there were ever plans to bring the game to PlayStation VR 2, with another pointing out that since they upgraded from PSVR 1, they were no longer able to play it since PSVR 2 doesn't feature backwards compatibility. That might be a bigger issue they're honing in on there. Brown replied that the team could justify the expense of porting the game to PSVR 2, implying that there weren't enough PSVR 2 owners to make it worthwhile. Quote, no current plans to bring Rec Room to PSVR 2, Brown replied. We've looked into it. It's a non-trivial port, and we haven't found a way to make it economic sense. Non-trivial port. Quote continues, in an ideal world, we would love to bring Rec Room to PSVR 2, but we just can't justify the cost based on numbers. Sucks, I know, but that's the truth. A Rec Room spokesman later confirmed this in a statement. Blah, blah, blah. We've worked with Sony for years and had a lot of successful collaboration there. We're always looking to broaden the number of platforms Rec Room is available on and plan to keep expanding the number this year. The Turtles are in Rec Room? I don't know what this is anymore. Rec Room is available on MetaQuest, Pico 4, what's a Pico? Steam VR, and the original PlayStation VR can also be played in non-VR on other systems like PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Android, and iOS. In 2022, the studio said it had over 3 million active users per month on VR devices. It goes on to talk about PSVR 2 was started sales a year ago, February 2023. Estimates by research firm IDC suggest sales started slowly with around 270,000 units likely sold by the end of the first month. I suspect a price cut on the PSVR 2 will be needed to avoid a complete disaster of their new product, says IDC's Vice President of Data and Analytics, Francisco Geronimo. That's a strong-ass name. On the day PSVR 2 launched, Sony released Horizon Call of the Mountain and a VR update for Gran Turismo 7. However, since then, the only other game Sony Interactive Entertainment has published for the headset was Firewall Ultra, an online team-based shooter, which was released in August and received a Metacritic score of 61. They're quick to point that score out. Oh, man.
They put more games on the Vita than they have on this.
Oh, God. That's a horrible thing to point out.
Hey man,
we thought
that's call like a.
Yeah, we thought PSP lost support, then we thought Vita lost support. Look at this thing. Oof.
Yeah.
Yikes. Not looking good. Speaking of not looking good, someone tell me about these 1,900 victims of the Activision Blizzard merger that should have had financial security. That's some foreshadowing.
Phil Spencer tells staff he's made a painful decision.
Oh, I bet he's losing a lot out of his wallet.
Yep.
Microsoft head of gaming confirms that 1,900 staff will be laid off across, and they have been laid off across Activision, Blizzard, Bethesda, and Xbox. This was obtained from IGN. Spencer said Microsoft will provide full support to those impacted during the transition, including services or severance benefits, information, or informed by local employment laws. According to the execs, the decision has been made after Microsoft, Activision, Blizzard leadership set priorities, identified areas of overlap, and ensured that we all aligned on the best opportunities for growth.
Oh, and a couple of months ago we were hearing all these arguments about how great it was going to be to have all these different concepts and backgrounds and mindsets.
But it almost seems like a little bit more than just culling the access or cutting redundancies, as also Blizzard president Mike Ybarra has confirmed that he's decided to leave the company. Adam, Blizzard's chief design officer, has also decided to leave the company, as reported by The Verge.
I wonder if Mike Ybarra has some can't work with Microsoft thing clause. So I starts laughing.
I don't know.
I mean, he's going to go somewhere else, and they're just going to buy him and just keep requiring Mike.
Oh, they just chase Mike Ybarra?
Yeah.
I mean, famously, the EB Games manager that hired me, who we all loved and adored and like rallied under, he was fired by GameStop at age 15 for just to get him off the schedule, right? Just all right, we're done with you. You were seasonal, and they made him what is the term? It's not unrehirable. He was on a no-hire list. So when GameStop purchased EB Games, all of a sudden his name was on a list of people that cannot work for GameStop, and they fired this dude. And he was incredible. That was one of the last straws with that whole merger thing for me. Go ahead, Brant. This comes from Chris Scullion at Video Games Chronicle. Yeah. I think all of our stories are Video Games Chronicle.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else of note, because it kind of retreads a lot of that and talks more about the 1,900 employees being laid off. But I know that I've seen, just this year. I mean, as of recording this episode, we're not even into February of this year, and there were some over 5,000 employees have already been laid off.
Somebody
in this game,
6,000,
in this games industry whole thing right now.
Somebody decided to track it this year. I think Kotaku's keeping up with number and companies and everything. 2,000. Brant, that's almost, was that 8 times our workforce? It's a shit ton of people. It's a bunch of people impacted. There's all sorts of stories out there about, like there are with every single one of these mass layoffs. So-and-so just accepted a job and moved here. So-and-so just campaigned to work for Blizzard for 6 years, got their dream job, sold their house, moved out. So-and-so. Someone decided to start a family because they finally had the financial security. Like, there's a whole lot to this other than, boo, we don't get the next Diablo faster or whatever the gaming impact of that is, right? Without a work staff of 2,000. That's the important thing here, is the personal impact. Sucks. 1,900 roles out of 22,000 people in the team.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. I think Jason Schreier led some of that reporting at Bloomberg. Jason Schreier notes, this is an interesting quote, Microsoft's Matt Booty said in a note that Ybarra chose to leave his position as president of Blizzard. But in November at BlizzCon, Ybarra told me that he wanted to stay for the long haul. Quote, someone will drag me out of Blizzard, Ybarra told me. That's how long I will be here, end quote. What the hell happened there?
Apparently not.
Or someone drug him out. Did you get drugged?
Yeah.
Someone drug him out of there. It's not good. None of this stuff's good. And it's not going to end. I think there's an Embracer Group story kicking around that we might end up reading next week.
Yeah.
I hope that's not factual. Next up, Nintendo has confirmed the date online play will shut down on the 3DS and Wii U. This also comes from Chris Scollion at VideoGamesChronicle.com. Online multiplayer and rankings will stop working in April. The company had previously said it planned to end the services in early April 2024. However, in a new message posted on X, what is that? I don't know. It has now confirmed that it will happen on April 8th.
What the fuck is that?
April 8th at 7 p.m. Eastern. I read the story. I should have read it correctly. It's Twitter, correct? Live correction, Twitter. Yeah. Update, as of 4.8, online play and other functionality that uses online communication will end service for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U software. The message reads, thank you very much for your continued support of our products. Nintendo already closed down the eShops for both systems back in March of last year, but players have been able to continue using online services in-game, such as online multiplayer and rankings. Once this ends on April 8th, however, games will only be playable offline. This will particularly impact games with a heavy emphasis on online play, such as the original Splatoon on Wii U. And Mario Kart, right? The original Mario Kart 8.
Grant, we gotta hurry, get all those Pokemon in the Pokemon bank so we can transport them over to the Pokemon Vault.
No, the Pokemon bank's still gonna be working.
This is so crazy.
Foreseeable future.
Cesar, what is the exchange rate for bank to vault? Is there like a certain amount that you have to sacrifice for them to accept you in the vault?
Pokemon Home or something now?
Yeah, it's 1.5 Pokemon.
Yeah.
You get one Pokemon.
They shave
you gotta kill. They
one. Shave one off the top.
Get a Pikachu head and Pikachu
it's
body.
So dark. I wasn't expecting it to be so dark.
Hey man, you asked the hard-hitting questions. I give you the hard-hitting facts.
It's fair. It's fair. I asked for this.
Did.
Oh, man. All right, the end of an era. We knew it was coming. It's April 8th. 4 p.m. Eastern Time. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm sorry. 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. What are we going to do? Are we going to play something April 8th and go out with a bang? Let's play some Splatoon until they unplug the servers?
Until they force us out? And then you just get like a webpage that says Splatoon 3. This is what you should be playing now.
And a link to buy a Switch and Splatoon 3. And the expansion pass.
For $500?
For $500. Quite a markup. To be honest, the online, you could still get online with the Xbox 360, right? From 2005. This has been around since 2013. November 2013, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So 10.5 years, almost 11 years of online services. I mean, even the Switch is kind of long in the tooth now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It sucks, but I haven't been online with my Wii U in a long, long time. I think the eShop loss was the bigger loss than the online services.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, shit, I would still be purchasing software if it was still up. So.
Same. I would be dipping in that DS Virtual Console library. I tell myself. All right, moving on. We're almost done with news. We're blowing through this thing.
that after 4,500 years of troubleshooting.
We had to make
Troubleshooting.
We had to make up for the audience. It might be
Troubleshooting simulator.
It's going to be our shortest ever recorded, like, published RSS feed episode, and it's going to be our longest ever recording stream. Last but not least, somebody told me about this Horizon Forbidden West PC edition.
Thing coming out.
When, Cesar?
Yeah.
Let's go. A thing coming out. Let's go. I did it. I did the
A
thing.
PS5 game on PC. What do you mean? I like my PS5 games on PS5, like Sea of Thieves.
We stopped doing that. Like, we don't do that here. We stopped doing that 2 years ago. All right. It's from VGC, Tom Ivan. Horizon Forbidden West Complete Edition hits PC in March after like 2 years after it came out. New trailer also shows off features included in the PC version of the sequel. Comes out March 21st, 2024. Title was released. The completed edition was released in PS5 in late 2023. Includes the base version of Horizon Forbidden West as well as the Burning Shores expansion. Priced at $59.99 or $49.99 pounds. It is now available to pre-purchase from Steam and Epic Games Store with the following bonus content: Black Tide outfit. I'm not gonna go through all this, man. There's no way.
It's so much
Outfits.
content, yeah.
You get exclusive photo mode pose. What the fuck? And face paint.
Is she gonna do like is she gonna do a pose for the photo mode?
The PC version was made by Nix's Software. They're developer with that company they bought recently. They handled some of their PC games.
They apparently do great work. I think one of the was it Horizon? The first Horizon kind of got off to a shaky start, but it got patched like very, very quickly afterwards.
Yeah, so they know on here for the PC centric crowd that listens to us. You get unlocked frame rates, customizable graphic settings, and a broad range of performance enhancing technologies, including NVIDIA DLSS 3 upscaling and frame generation, according to Julian Huberks, online community specialist at Nixus. AMD FSR, Intel XESS are also supported. Why us console gamers are like, what the fuck is that? All right, for players with high-end hardware and extra headroom, image enhancing NVIDIA DLAA is also available. Holy shit, they have just every fucking way you can play this game with some AI system.
All the DLs are in here.
Yep.
Let's make a deal.
FSRS. The game leverages direct storage, whatever the fuck that means, for quick loading times on PC.
Is that like the PS5 storage? Is that what they call that now? Direct storage?
I think that's what it is. It's supposed to emulate that. With ultra-wide support, you'll be able to take in the vistas of panorama view. Gameplay supported in 21:9 ultra-wide, 32:9 super ultra-wide, and even 48:9 resolutions with compatibility for triple monitor setups.
48:9?
Yeah.
Is there a native monitor that's 48:9? Just one panel?
3 monitors.
You have to have 3?
It's like that scorpion thing where you lay in
yes.
bed and it looks at you like you're about to die and just crushes you.
Yeah.
And so that's how you die. Is it's the giant screen just
friend of the show, Derek, when we dove into VR pretty heavy, friend of the show, Derek sent me that rig that would it was like a scorpion going across the roof that would keep all your cabling and stuff out of your way so you could run around the room in VR. I was like, man, I don't know if we're getting to that point. I don't, all my stuff's tethered. I can't go that far.
So the game also features extensive controller support, including the Steam input and support for remapping, customization of your peripheral of choice to your preferences. This is probably the first PC game I've seen from Sony that literally did every fucking thing ever imaginable. So
it's like a pure PC release, right?
It seemed this is something that would normally, these are features that would come out for a PC only game. So it's pretty big for the PC crowd.
Like a AAA legit PC game, not like a port or anything like that.
Because I guess based off that documentation from the stuff that leaked out, I think was Horizon's one of the top sellers for Sony, so it was up there. I didn't realize it was that high. I was like, what was it, 20-something million were sold?
Yeah.
So it might be the highest one, if I'm not mistaken.
It's up there with one of the Gran Turismos, right? Specifically.
Mm-hmm. So
spoke too soon.
No wonder they put a lot of love in this right there.
Yeah, big time. And people were noting that the garbage Mario Party has outsold all of them but Horizon, I think, or Gran Turismo, whatever was at the top.
Sure.
The shit Mario Party.
We can't have nice things. We just gotta inject some other quant of difference to something. So.
Yeah, sales data is funny though, and we're talking about it's officially Sony published, right? So not Final Fantasy VII, not what's another for Resident Evil. We're strictly talking a Sony developed internal studio game. Yeah, I had to reread it. I was like, Super Mario Party? Isn't that the shit one? And I was like, that one sucked. I hated that one. But I think they probably also include the bundle sold with Joy-Cons, because I think that one came with Joy-Cons for a long time.
I think
Or still
that was
does.
the reason why I got mine. I think that, or I got it like buy to get one. I said, nah, that's the only thing they had. Because I think I had mine still sealed. I don't think I've ever.
I did play that. I was like, this is garbage.
I don't know if I could do a warrant where it's like a warranted, like, oh, let me open up this Super Mario Party bullshit. And
no, because the other one is so good. Superstars, I think is the name of it. That one is so fucking good.
I've been burned so many times since Mario Party 1. I don't know if I can get in there ever again. So.
We'll rope you into one at some point.
I refuse.
All right, we're 25 minutes into the recording. We're done with news.
No, these people have been here for an hour and a half.
I know. They've been here forever already. There's going to be a Sony State of Play tomorrow at what time Eastern? Did you guys see or remember?
5-ish. It's usually like 5, right? Is that how it works?
Good. I'll be home at least.
Let's go with 5, maybe. Let's go. I'm looking it up.
I'll be home adjacent, as we like to say. So we'll have news
on the way home.
Yeah, we'll have news next week about this Sony State of Play.
What they said, 15 titles, right? 15 titles are gonna go into.
Yeah, which that leak I sent you guys was only like 6 things, so there's gonna be a lot more. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be a lot more on the roster.
I was not even trying to be. I was correct. 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific time, and then 10 p.m. Greenwich time. Cool. Live in Australia, that translates to 9 a.m. AEDT or Thursday, February 1st, as previously mentioned.
Cesar, thank you for updating that for our resident Aussie fans that we have on the stream with us.
Yeah, it's always one out there, and I'm surprised because this is like a U.S. page that decided to list the Australian comment.
Oh boy! All right, let's get into games played. Mine's gonna be brief. I only played Warzone this past week. Any free time I had was spent on Warzone. We had some good rounds Friday. I played at lunch with Cesar in front of the show, Russell. We got 2 wins in that lunchtime, in that 1 hour block. And then I believe he could touch.
It was back to back. Remember, we were going for the Jordan. We didn't get.
We
the
were
Jordan,
going for the trifecta.
Damn.
It was like first, second. And then I think that's how we ended. But we could have had 4 firsts back to back.
That's my thing right now is just doing the back-to-backs, man. I don't care about winning anymore. I want back-to-backs.
I mean, you have to win to start off the back-to-back, though.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm not like, before we're like, yeah, we won like 4 out of the 12 we did last night. I want those 4.
I'll take 4 out of 12. I don't think we've ever won 4 in one night. I'll take 4.
I mean, I almost did with Jeremy. Jeremy was there. I mean, we won like, I think that was the one we did like 3 back-to-back or some shit like that. That was a crazy night.
Y'all did 3 in a row?
It was that or 2 in a row. We're about to do 3 in a row, and then we got
guaranteed second places, automatic second places. You and Russell got one later on Friday. I didn't join then, and then we got one Saturday night, I believe. And we got one. We got one yesterday when we were not streaming the podcast. We decided to play Warzone instead and got a dub. Any crazy stories or anything in there? The water still is a key element.
No, I mean, other than people just sitting there on the fucking banks and just looking in the water and shooting people like fish.
That's not fun. I don't know if there's like a new heat seeking or a heat indicator weapon or something where they're getting these easy kills on top of rooftops, but that's what killed those new maps for me on Verdunsk, I think is the name of it. I don't even like that map rotation anymore. I can't stand any of those. Maybe we need to give him another shot. Boosh said he got 3 in a row is what it sounds like. He just said 3 in a row. So y'all have maybe pulled that off. I don't think I've ever gotten 3 in a row.
Jeremy pulled a Jordan.
Jordan did it twice, right?
He
took off time for baseball and then came back and did it.
2-year break in between, yeah. And then he went to the Washington Wizards for like the next 4 years after that and never won. Yeah. So.
The Bullets, Washington Bullets / Wizards. We don't want to be known as the Bullets.
I was laughing because it was not even funny, but I don't want to go deep into NBA lore, but he literally went to that team just like, I just want to play off the bench. That's all he wanted to do. Then he played so well that they kept putting him in there for 40 minutes, and that's why he retired. He's like, I'm too old for this. I can't do it.
I remember when he was with the Wizards.
Yeah, he just wanted to do bench play. That was it. Like, take me off the bench. I just want to play for like 20 minutes. That was it. That's all he wanted to do.
I'm watching our Hawks right now in the background. They're playing pretty good against the Lakers. The Lakers.
Law Lakers.
Lawhawks.
Not the Law Clippers.
I downloaded some games to throw into the portal when I have a chance. I downloaded some games on the Xbox to fire up when I have a chance. Army of Two is on the Game Pass, like the EA version of Game Pass, the EA Play.
I don't know. You keep sending me pictures of the outfit. I keep thinking the outfit's now on backwards compatibility. So.
Oh, it was the Wordle. It was the Wordle of the day. It was Relic. So I sent you the Relic studio.
I'm sitting there like, I was so lost by like, why am I looking?
Yeah.
What is this? 2000.
I forgot. I'm glad you brought that back up. Are you calling me a relic? Are you calling me an outfit? I don't know.
I looked at it at work. I was like, I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
I was like that little meme with the guy. Doing
Relic Entertainment. I want to play Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. I want to make it through that one before the second one comes out. The digital only release, the only way we can consume it digitally. Driving people to Game Pass, I guess. I guess this is one of their flexes. On PS5, I've downloaded Control.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, just a couple games to throw on for the portal. And
no, Richard, stop podcasting. Those
I should be.
No.
I spend more time reading and talking about games than I do playing games. I'm not afraid to admit that is the case. Nothing new on the NES front. I have popped Sonic Generations into my PS3 to try the 3D capabilities of that game. Yeah. We might be getting a new Sonic Generations soonish.
Maybe.
Or a remastered version of Sonic Generations soonish.
Sonic Generations 2 with exclusively Shadow the Hedgehog.
It's only Shadow the Hedgehog, and then like the 90s Shadow the Hedgehog that didn't exist.
Shadow the Hedgehog and the Rogue levels. Yeah.
Oh, I might not support that one.
What do you mean? You're excited about it. Don't take that.
That may not happen. I remember selling Shadow the Hedgehog and looking at that cover art being like, what the fuck is this? What have they done?
Dude, I don't want to like get off the subject, but I've never fucking played.
I don't own it. I don't own a copy.
I don't even think I own it either.
I don't own a copy.
I don't own it either. Yeah. I'm pissed. And I'm
Brant's got one.
But I do not.
Brant's reaching for his signed copy of Shadow the Hedgehog.
No signed copy.
No.
Sorry, limited edition copy with blow up Shadow Doll.
Ooh, no.
I mean, I think I might have the Sonic where he kisses the human girl.
I have a sealed one of the.
Yeah.
This Amazon. Yeah, Amazon still has them for PS3.
Yeah.
They're like $15.
Yeah, I got the one where he makes it with the human girl. So.
Oh, it's not okay. It's not okay. I don't know. It's not right.
Oh my gosh.
It was in there. I don't know why it's happening in the game. I'm like, I don't even.
Brant, what do you have Shadow the Hedgehog for? You were reaching for it, I know.
No, I was trying to fix something.
Okay.
Not reaching for Days Gone Shadow.
No,
I have no games over this way.
No, your backup copies of Days Gone. So I've talked about having a complete, like one day maybe having a complete original Xbox collection. That means I eventually have to cross paths with Shadow the Hedgehog. And also the Guy game, but there's people out there who consider the Guy game not an official Xbox game and not needed for the collection. That'd be a hard one to explain in my photographs. I remember selling that too.
I mean, you just I don't know what that was a 2K joint, right?
What's that? The Guy game or Shadow the Hedgehog?
God game. Yeah. The Guy game. It was like God game, right? Gathering developers on it. It's just,
maybe I don't see 2K publishing something like that.
I don't remember if they did.
But that was in the era of like Girls Gone Wild and E's Gone Wild series they did late at night and stuff.
I have to look it up.
No. I literally put in the Guy game and there's somebody who searched on here all flashes. What does that mean?
Click the video, SR, share with the class.
What does that mean?
Stream it.
No.
What was the other one? It was like BMXXX or something
like that? Yeah, BMX XXX. I don't have that one either. I believe the GameCube one is the one with less censorship out of all three of those. I can't, for some reason, it's jumping out at me as the GameCube of that one is the one with the naughtiest stuff.
It was published by Gathering Developers, which sold it into Take-Two.
They're like, we need that talent. Those people made the Guy game. We need some trivia show with potentially illegal content. Get those developers. We'll bring them into 2K. Moving on from that, and the blow-up Shadow Doll that came with Brant's limited edition copy.
Cool. No.
Still reaching. Brent, you can't reach down there on cue every time.
It's a charger. It's a charger.
Brent's like, it's not my bag, baby. He brings up the Shadow Blow up.
Then he brings up a book titled "How You Wrote." Like, I love me some Shadow the Hedgehog by Brant McGee.
That's not me, baby. I swear.
Let's play featuring.
I got 2 new controllers in the past week. Maybe I'll talk about more of those next week. Have y'all seen the SNK Retrobit? I think it's Retrobit. They made the USB SNK controller. Oh man, it's clicky greatness. I played some Metal Slug on the PC with it, just kind of dabbling with it. Oh, it's so clicky and so great. What a great fucking controller. It was very inexpensive at the time.
Yeah, as long as you don't play
What's that?
Online. As long as we don't hear you play.
Like my fight stick?
Oh god, that still gives me nightmares. I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes.
That's what you think of when you think of Shredder's Revenge? You think of that?
I fucking muted you at one point.
It was so
I have to play without the arcade stick. I was super excited. I was so excited. I'll turn down, if we do it again, I'll turn down mic monitoring, or I won't use it on the... I was having a lot of fun. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you can have your fun.
You're donating your Xbox?
For money, I will. It was like that. Oh god.
The other one I got is the 8-bit Do SN30 Pro. So it looks like a Super Nintendo controller. It's corded USB. It looks like a Super Nintendo controller, and it's got 2 analog sticks at the bottom. And I played a little bit of it's funny, man. And I let off the pre-show, I guess, talking about a game preservation podcast that I'm going to listen to with some Frank Cifaldi stuff. I had SNES 9X and every single Super Nintendo game loaded up on my PC in less than 8 minutes. With a great controller and some nice scanline filters. And you know what? It wasn't that bad. For all this original hardware and original controllers. It is. It truly is. And it did not play... All the muscle memory was there with Super Mario World. The controller felt real nice, real responsive. It doesn't have... I know somebody out there is like, what type controller is it? It's not like the Super Nintendo one. It's more like the Super Famicom. They do make a Super Nintendo one, but I don't know if it has the convex buttons. But this one has all concave. Concave dips down, right? Convex is out. All right, this has all convex buttons, not concave buttons.
I thought I knew, but now
I know stalactite and stalagmite. Somebody in the chat, help us. I think convex is out. I think a contact lens is like...
I just know all those stalagmites and stalactites. Both of those.
Neither one kills you. Like you don't have to worry about where it comes from.
No, yeah, all those kill you. So.
But what if you're in a concave? Is it going to kill you? If you're in a convex, they can't kill you.
Water flows in, maybe.
Mites crawl up, tights fall down.
I mean, the tight. I don't even remember the other one. The tights hang onto the roof, so I know the other one is just by default the ground one. Did we already have this conversation? I'm having crazy deja vu.
You're just boring the fuck out of everybody else, man. Yeah, it's like your fucking Strider from Mortal Kombat bit with Bleach.
Strider from X-Men.
I literally I didn't say anything because I literally just had this conversation with you. I was like, yeah, I remember Strider from Mortal Kombat. I
was like, wow, we're just reliving the same. Life is just a cycle. It's just a circle that repeats.
No, but nobody mentioned Strider from Strider.
Nope. Speaking of which, Strider for NES. I got that one in. No, I didn't.
Yeah. Oh God, I would say that's super expensive. How did you?
Strider is expensive. I've seen it here and there, but I don't know if I have a copy. Or if I need a copy. Yep. Hold on, I gotta go look. Live correction. But that's it. That's pretty much all my.
Just grab your whole desk and just drag it with you. Look, guys, let's go. You're coming with me.
Pretty much. It rolls. Hey, look, I can actually the whole damn thing rolls. We can just go. I'm gonna fuck around and unplug something. That's gonna be the worst. I took the modded 2DS that I have. I talked about it a couple times years ago, but I took that over to friend of the show, Boosh, and was showing it to him. He's looking for a good way to play old Pokemon games without paying $250 per Pokemon game. It's stupid, right?
No, Boosh, you.
No, he's not paying $2,000 for a copy of Pokemon. A 20-year-old copy of Pokemon.
That has rock.
Have y'all noticed? And the battery's probably dead. Have y'all noticed, like, when people talk about piracy online, it's Tim Curry from Muppet Treasure Island is the gift that they put on there?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just going to leave this here. That's all they say, and it's just Tim Curry is Long John Silver from Muppet Treasure Island. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave this here. If they won't let us buy it in normal means and legal means, then hey, we'll find a way, right?
I mean, just keep letting the Pokemon group make broken up.
Games acquired. I got those 2 controllers in and tinkered with them a little bit.
Yep.
Yep. I'm filling out some PS3 collections. Like, I didn't have Crysis 3. I had Crysis 1 and 2 for some reason.
What about Dishonored?
I definitely have Dishonored. I'm pretty sure I day one adopted Dishonored because someone on this podcast was talking about how great it was.
Man, I love me some.
Specifically on PS3. It's your preferred way to play Dishonored.
I still laugh every time when you try to play Thief on PS3, and then it's like the PS4 one's the way to play it too.
It's a curiosity. It's like, why is this even here? Why is this on here?
Because I remember you went through a whole thing where you're like, I just feel like playing Thief.
Yeah.
I started playing Thief, and I was like, what the
And
fuck?
it's not, it's not what I remembered from PC. It was not the Looking Glass series of old. It didn't have that stealth element stuff. Not like I was looking for. Oh, another one I downloaded on Xbox I meant to mention. Damn, my mind just went blank. I talked about Army of Two. Oh, Dante's Inferno. I've kind of been craving a God of War, but I don't want to jump into... Let me get all this lore. I've never played Dante's Inferno, and it's backwards compatible on Xbox.
Just put in 60 hours on that. I would sit there and listen to you for 45 minutes talk about Dante's Inferno. No, not enough people talk about Dante's Inferno.
Maybe I stream that one. Maybe I go in blind and just stream that one. Yeah. I've got it. It's like a 6 gig download. I love popping in those 360 discs, and then the full game's installed on there in like 2 minutes. You're like, yes. That's such a great feature as we lose access to physical media everywhere, and it sucks. As I pop in Dante's Inferno, and it just downloads to my Xbox, and it's going to work. Boosh, friend of the show, Boosh and I have been playing some Gears of War. We went through Marcus's dad, Adam Phoenix's house, which was like a Resident Evil-ish type level in that first Gears of War. It's, I think 4 ends up leaning into this a little bit more, but it's got more of a survival horror. Like, we're playing on easy, so ammo's not really, it's not the Resident Evil of Gears quite yet. But, it's definitely some jump scares. I don't know, because we're playing, they're not bullet sponges, so I think they give us the same amount of ammo, but they're easier to kill, so if you just don't miss, like, he and I are never really running out of ammo. We just kind of courtesy check with each other, like, hey, where's your Lancer ammo at? But that playthrough is still on Twitch, so you can go check that out. We got all the way through Adam Phoenix's house, and then the Brumac ran us out of the mansion. I say house, it's like a compound. Like, Adam Phoenix was just living on this giant. It's like a courtyard leads to another hallway, leads to another giant courtyard. It's like this sprawling mansion.
You almost borderline national treasure.
Yes, one courtyard leads to another clue, which leads to another hallway. And so the Brumac is after us. But we're not to that level yet of the PC, the PC level that they added to that Ultimate Edition. Mm-hmm. But I think we're playing basically an act at a time. So it's an hour every time we jump in there and play the campaign. So we've done 4 streams, we're through Act 4, and now we're at the beginning of Act 5. We were sent to Adam Phoenix's mansion to get like the layout. He had done a lot more of the locust research than everybody had, apparently. And our first attempt to get that research was very limited, but Adam Phoenix had everything. So now we have the light bomb, or we're going to get the light bomb, and then we'll be taking that to try to wipe out the locusts. And there definitely won't be a Gears of War 2, 3, Judgment 4, or 5. So this will definitely end the saga. We'll have beaten the Gears of War.
Yeah, but didn't Judgment...
I think it does. I think it's a prequel with them before Emergence Day.
Baird,
I think it's before Emergence Day. Like, I don't think it has locusts and stuff. I might be wrong on that one. Baird. Dom. Boosh says college campus. Yes, that's where Adam Phoenix lived with his one son, Marcus. We need all this space for my rambunctious son. He's going to get locked up one day by Hoffman. But I know Boosh will be on my case if I didn't mention our Gears playthrough. But it's been fun. I can't wait to go into Gears 2. Like, as we're playing this one, and we're basically just getting a cutscene and some story drip to move on to the next mission, right? Like, it's just justifying it. I know Gears 2 really steps into you're doing these missions as part of the story. Like, it's way more integrated. And I think, honestly, they just got better at that as the series goes on. People talk about Judgment being a little goofy and kind of an offshoot, but technically they haven't made a bad Gears game. There's not been a bad Gears game. Even the Gears Tactics offshoot is widely regarded. So they're all solid titles. But I'm interested to complete this one and go to that 360 upscaled Xbox One /X version of Gears 2. And go look for Maria. I keep seeing Dom with the Maria tattoo on his arm, and I'm like, was that in there in the first Gears? Like, did they retcon? Gears 2 and 3 are just fantastic. That trilogy really, and this one's good. Like, I'm enjoying every minute of this. Jeremy's a beast with the torque bow. He got a hold of the torque bow from the Theron guards, and he's just been popping heads. So I'll be laying into somebody and basically wasting ammo, and then you see the little Theron guard thing stick, doink.
But the Contuses are the ones in the second one, right?
Yeah, they come in the second one, throwing their ink grenades and shit. There's just so many more elements of the second, and you have the boomers and the maulers. Remember the maulers? They aren't in this first game. It's just boomers.
Let's go back to play.
I'm down. Let's do that instead of some Warzone. I would stream some. Is anybody streaming Horde anymore? That could be our niche. We could stream some Gears of War 2.
That could be it. Yeah. Bring Charles.
Charles would definitely leave PUBG for some Horde.
Oh,
I know he'd play. But that's it. I didn't think I was going to talk very long, and I rambled on for quite some time. I did.
You lied, sir. You fucking lied. Look at that recorded time. Look at that. You can hear
Richard Bergman, I'm a thief and a liar. Stealing hearts and...
Sound like a weird 90s Atlantis Morissette song.
I'm wearing my flannel, so I'm most of the way there. Another friend of the show, Jeremy, not the same one, has given me...
Ooh, Jeremy, you got to fight for supremacy, man. Jeremy.
Yes, we'll go with that. Duke it out in a round of Gears. He has loaned me a Rocksmith cable. Did I mention this last week at all?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I've heard you mention this many times.
All right, I got to bring it in. I have not messed with it, but I have the cable, and I'm promising myself I'm going to hook this thing up and start messing around with learning actual chords and things like that with the guitar.
We all heard you make the promise you'd be playing Smell Like Teen
I said by the end of tonight, so we have some time still. I have 3.5 hours. Bleach says he's the superior, so we're just going to leave it at that. He may or may not be a Jeremy. We don't know. Find out later.
Who knows, man? Hey, man. Just watch Highlander. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Only one.
We all know there can only be... Jeremys are like Highlanders. There can only be one.
Hey, man, there's another dude in my job that has the same first name as me. I'm swinging as soon as I see that motherfucker.
Cesar Awards? What if he's a Cesar Award? What if he's a Cesar Award recipient?
I'm swinging on everybody in there, too, man. I'm fighting everybody in there. There's going to be one. I'll scream that out.
There's one other Richard at the job, and I've never met him. And I think Brant may be more familiar with this individual than I have ever been.
I've heard the name, but I have not met that individual.
He's not. He don't
work in your department, Brant? I thought he worked in your department. Oh, we'll clarify after the show.
You sure it's not you on there twice and getting paid twice?
No. Why would it be?
What's your social security number?
Boish says there's three of him. Oh yeah, there are 3 of Boish's.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I was thinking of somebody else.
One of the 3 Boishes is also in your department. Do you have a Cesar as well?
No Cesar down there.
Hey man, my doppelganger's living in Nicor, and he's over there in Chicago.
Oh my God, Cesar award competitions. Yep, that's it for me. Hand it over to Cesar.
Yeah, mine's gonna be quick. Didn't play much. I did Warzone, like you said. I won one from. With the only one difference that Russell won at midnight. I don't remember because I was so fucking tired, and I keep forgetting that we won it until Russell sent it into the text. Oh yeah.
How did y'all win? Do you just don't even remember?
I do not fucking remember. I was because it was at the. You know how Russell is. He was getting to that point that night where he couldn't win one-on-one fights, kind of like you are, and getting very emotional about it. So
I'm losing every single firefight.
And I can't say shit because that game gets me emotional too sometimes at certain points. So like I said, there's no judgment on anybody, but there's he was getting to that point. So, but I don't remember how we won. I'm pretty sure he won it for us. So
he pulled off the dub.
I remember that. It wasn't me. Yeah, it wasn't me. So, and that's how it ended. Outside of we almost Jordaned it on that lunch run. it was Sadness on Saturday, Sadness last night. Other than maybe
Yeah, we got one Saturday
there.
And one yesterday for us.
Yeah, I mean, after I beat almost Panzer Dragoon. After I beat Prince of Persia, I went ahead and started picking up as every indigestion in my body
comes after you at one time.
Kill me. Die. I started playing another Code Recollection. Yeah. I've gotten through the first game officially, which this is about 5 hours. So I mean, you plays now I won't go. I mean, that's mostly story based. So it's like this game utilizes like it's a complete remake up from the ground up, because the DS one was more of a.
What were these
still
called?
Good at the time. I think it was called Trace Memory in America, and it was always another Code in Europe and Japan, if I'm not mistaken.
And now it's on Switch as a collection.
Correct. With the United States never officially getting another Code R, which
you imported that one on Wii, right?
Yes, when Nintendo of Europe actually cared, because I think this was the one where Journey to Lost Memories is what it was called. It's called Another Code R, and when I went through Another Code. I think Another Code 2 Memories is what it's officially called, and that was called Trace Memory Dual Memories, because I had to put dual in every fucking thing on that thing in there. This one you play as a 13-year-old Ashley Robbins, who lands on Blood Edward Island, who's set to reunite with her father. And that's the backstory. And as she goes through, she gets into this big mystery where she runs into a ghost named D, and he does not remember what he's doing there, has no recollection of his life previously. So as you go through, and this is the two memory story, you go through and solve the memories about what happened to Ashley, because she doesn't remember what happened to her as a child. She knew her mother, something happened to her mother, and somebody saved her. And then D does not remember how he died or how he got there to be a ghost, because he just knows he's been there for like 60 years, just haunting that area. So you go through this game and you basically solve these puzzles, which can be finding musical notes and playing on the piano, searching the room, doing lighthearted puzzles, nothing super difficult. I don't think there was anything in there where I had to sit there and put the game down and like, how do you do this again? Everything seemed to be explained in there where you could probably figure it out pretty quickly. I think the hardest one was for me was like deciphering a fingerprint code, which you use 3 different color USB keys, which 6 different slots, and then you had to plug them in different ones to figure out the pathways, which was the longest one. That was probably the one that frustrated me the most, but that literally was the last puzzle in the game. So I mean, as you go through, you find out more about these characters and what happened. Well, I'll leave it at that, as she reunites with her father. The engine on there was remade with the Wii game. And now I'm at the part where I have not played Another Code R that far on the Wii. I did buy it, but I never got that far into it. So I am playing this one, and this one plays 2 years later when Ashley's now 16, and her father's like working for a company, and hasn't been home in a while. So she's been summoned by him, like, hey, let's go camping, we'll reconnect again. And she's kind of been pissed off about that, because he was supposed to stay with her after being gone for 10 years of her life, which he was on the run previously. And so now it's kind of recreated this whole thing where she's back trying to find her father, and it goes into more details in the very beginning, like her mother did something to the memento that you found at the end of the first game. So when I went through it, I noticed at the end of the first game there were some story beats that was left off that I never noticed, because I went through it and said, oh yeah, they never explained the motivations of this villain and who got this and what. They just cut it off. So I think a lot of that's going to be explained in this game in the Lost Memory. So this was always kind of looked like it seemed to be designed as a two-story game. And this was made by Sing, if I forgot who made this. I mean, this one's being developed by Arc System Works, which I was surprised on the remake. But the original games was developed by Sing, which was folded. I don't think they were owned by anybody, but they made Another Code, and in the other game they made that was famous was Hotel Dusk. So I'm hoping that they will make the 2 Hotel Dusk games in the same engine and release those if this does well.
Go ahead.
No, I just finished up on that. So.
Did everybody support the Recollection? I want to get that Hotel Dusk series too.
Yeah, I haven't yet.
Yeah.
I got that one with a buy 2 get 1, so it did come in.
Which is crazy, because I think Another Code 2 Memories came out first, but they made a reference to Hotel Dusk in that game too, because they're like one of the characters in that Another Code R was like a writer, and he was using like a ghost name, and so her father was like a big fan of the book series. And it's like, yeah, hopefully we'll see more games, more stories from that character in there called Kyle Hyde. And I was like, oh shit, that's the guy from Hotel Dusk. I was like, holy shit, and that was like 2 years. Hotel Dusk didn't come out two years after that game, so they kind of referenced that in there. So I guess they were.
Was he a writer? I thought that character was like a detective, but I haven't played that in many years.
No, I think that was the reference in Another Code. It's not. They're not adjacent. It was just like a cool tidbit or something like that you could catch later on if you ever went back and replayed it.
Because like Hotel Dusk Room 314 or something like that, right? And not the 215 subtitle.
215. Yeah. And then I think the one we didn't get was The Last Window: Secret of Cape West, which I had to pay like $150 to import. But
what was that on?
There, so. DS. It was a European copy. It was the same thing like Another Code when Nintendo stopped believing in the Americas. But they stopped for a reason on the DS because we never got the second Phoenix Wright Ace Investigations game either, because I think it was just the piracy on the DS by then was so high and they weren't releasing games anymore because they weren't selling. So that was part of the reason. So gotta blame the piracy on those ones when they were out. But
damn pirates, the Tim Currys.
Outside of that, I'm not gonna go through any of the like a whole shit ton of games acquired that I've got. I mean, the only one that I
did your big haul come in that you were talking about last week?
No, it's that same bullshit. We're like, oh, something got pushed back.
That's always
right now. So
it's always fun to look through and hear about stuff we don't usually have access to.
Yeah. So I think the only thing that I did pick up Tekken 8. I installed it. It's 90 gigs on that fucking disc. So it took an hour to install. Yeah. Yeah, 1 fucking hour to install because I looked at it, it was like 58 minutes. It's like, damn, this disc is full. So I was like, that's crazy. I'm not sure how they pulled it off on the Xbox because it's only a 50 gig disc, but that always interests me. But
have you read anywhere what all was on there? On that Xbox disc?
I have no idea. I'm curious because when I went to buy it, it was a pain in my ass because I pre-ordered it on Amazon. And then I was like, my shit wasn't going to ship until like February 15th. I was like, man, I pre-ordered that shit like 2 months ago. And then I went on there and it's like, they were so back ordered. It was like back ordered.
Why?
Damn.
So like the PS5 version is back ordered to April, and like I can get it overnight on the Xbox one. So I almost jumped on the Xbox one. I was like, it'll be delivered 7 a.m. But I ended up looking in that thing, ended up getting into the local Best Buy and picked it up locally. So I still did not go in the store because I used to walk outside, just to let you know.
Hey, but it was still a brick and mortar experience.
Yes.
From the lockers
outside. I've not played it yet. Like I said, it took me an hour to install it. I did pre-order a game called Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, and I started playing that because early access was yesterday. So I was playing that before we Warzoned, and I was like, let me get back and see where it saved, and then I ended up playing another hour of that bullshit.
What is it?
Afterwards, and I was super tired. And Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is like a RPG based off of a popular mobile game, which is based off a popular card game. It's like you play as a I gotta remember his name in here. So yeah, and this game is a little bit different because it usually revolves around. I think her name is Lyra, and this one Gran is the main character in the anime and the mobile games. But this one you can choose a female character and change the name, so you don't have to abide by the said circumstance. And it plays a lot like a Xenoblade,
which I know is your jam.
Saga. Yeah, because it's like even down to the fucking little items you find on the ground with there's like blue spheres. It's like this fucking Xenoblade, because I was doing that all over Xenoblade, picking up random insect legs that were just lying on the ground. Remember, it's like, oh, you completed a task. It's that same feed on there, and it's like that same type of RPG. So it's like a action RPG with some turn-based on there, and you have different power attacks where it's tied to. You can block with R1, dodge with R2. I mean, block with L1, dodge with R2. You can hold down R1 to do a magic attack, and then that magic attack is based off wind, fire, earth, or water, depending as you level up. Yep, and go planet. Then you have these characters on the team. So they're traveling to like the end of the world, and it's kind of like if you remember Skies of Arcadia, it's kind of like that. They're flying on these airships, and all the islands are in the air. And you got clouds everywhere, so that's the environment in there. It's very fantasy based. So Gran is on a trying to reach the end of the world and to find his father, and also to find the end of the world, basically, out there. So, and it's just him and his group of friends that are tagged along.
The ragtag group of friends.
So this was a little bit different because, like, if you watch the anime in the very beginning, so the anime, there's 2 seasons of it that kind of tells the beginning of the story that does a better job because it shows when Gran and Lyra first meet and how he dies and she shares half his life and they both share life together, basically, like half her life force is in him because he had originally died, and so like they're always kind of like together, and they have a way to summon creatures, so she can summon Bahamut, and that goes in there. It kind of like glides over this, but the anime goes into more details about how they met and why the Empire's after them and stuff like that, and it expands upon it. They don't really go over it too often in here. They do have some flashbacks that kind of touch back on it, but it's deeper to watch the anime on that. So, like I said, I've only played like an hour, but I think the best description of it would be like Xenoblade. It's like it's a very good looking very good looking game. Yeah. So I got into the first town, and that's about as far as I go. I just basically went through the tutorial where they showed you how to do the battle system. You get to your first boss, and I mean that's pretty much it. So.
I mean, Xenoblade is high praise.
Yeah, I love me some Xenoblade, man. I do. I got to go back and finish Xenoblade 2. It's on my it's a shame as I see friend of the show Kyle go through 1 through 3 and the last.
Oh, he's killing them.
So. Oh, he's already on Future Connected on 3. He's done. I think he's done. I've been seeing him. He's nonstop for like the last 4 months. Yeah.
We still need to get him on here.
He went through that shit.
I don't think Brant's met him, but they're gonna get along. They'll get along famously.
Yeah. Friend of the show Kyle, and then outside of that, I did fire up Last of Us Part 2 remastered.
Okay.
My $10.
You Path to Victory.
Loaded that up. I did. So, Path to Victory for some, Path for losers for others.
Path for losers.
I feel about the game. Yeah.
Either way, you're paying $10.
Yeah, either way you're in, man. Either way you're in. I saw that article where Sony was refunding people's money for buying the full copy of
That was a good move. That was a good move.
Yeah. No, they normally won't do that. Yeah, like they're like, hey, you don't have to pay the full copy, just pay the $10. You already own one. So I was like,
so this is people who already own the digital copy of the PS4 version of Last of Us 2, right? And they paid full price for what, $60 for the Last of Us Part 2 remastered. They were refunded the whole amount and told, hey, just pay $10 to upgrade your digital copy, which was super class move in my opinion. It should block you from doing that. I guess it's a whole nother SKU, but the $10 upgrade fee is already there, and you already have the digital license. You're just getting. That should be the norm.
I think Sony's the worst. I mean, at least Xbox will tell you, like, hey, you already own some of these things. Double check. Sony's the worst, because sometimes I look at stuff like, oh, maybe I don't own this, and I go back. It's like, yeah, I owned the standard one, but the deluxe edition, it sees it differently, and like I could have repurchased it for some reason. They don't stop you. I wish everybody would do the Steam one, where like, hey, just pay the difference for the ones you don't own and complete the package price.
I've been duped on Microsoft's site by thinking I had a game because it said launch, like play on console or something like that, but it's just free to start or something. It was, it's free to download, but you can't, like, maybe it was a Tekken. Maybe Tekken's the right example. Like, yeah, you can download it, but then you got to pay to get in there and do anything with it. But I got hosed on something like that, and it's like, damn it, I would have just bought it for $3.99 instead. When I went to the SKU, it looked like I already owned it, so I didn't buy it.
That's what it
was. That's what it was. Yeah.
I remember. Yeah. You're right, because I think it was part of Game Pass at the time, and it's like you had to dig in the deep options. So like, no, I want to buy it. Not.
I was like, no, I would have bought. I would have paid you money for this game, and instead, I thought I had it. I didn't buy it, so I didn't get your sale price, and now I'm not buying it when it's $50 or whatever. Yeah. You missed out. You lose. You get nothing.
So outside of that, that's all I have. I'll pass the buck.
Are we gonna hear about that OLED Steam Deck next week?
Yeah, I haven't played much time until I literally fired it up today, and when I literally got home like an hour ago. I just wanted to look at the screen.
Beautiful.
The screen is pretty.
I like a nice, beautiful screen. We're here for the beautiful screens, and now I'm looking at Bran on mine.
All right. So other than
Brad, I missed the 1990 camera. Bring it back.
That thing was throwback.
This camera is trash. If I switch to this camera, you'll see. I might do that after the show.
Since I called it a 90s camera, I did help out a friend of the show, Michael, on one of his podcasts maybe 2 years ago. and accused him on the podcast of using the PS2 iToy as his webcam.
How's that?
Oh, Brant. It just fucked up the stream. I guess I'm just going to leave it like that. It's fine.
Hold on, I'll switch back.
Yeah,
You're
it's
4x3.
Change it back, leave it
Switch
on
it
that.
back.
No, leave it. Brant,
4x3, Brant. Give us full screen. We don't want this widescreen nonsense.
You look straight out. You straight out look like the WB channel, like I'm watching Dawson's Creek season 1.
I don't want to wait. I want it to be over.
Felicity Vision.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It was so zoomed in. It's exactly what it looked like. Next on Charmed.
On the WB.
Oh.
Michigan J Frog, yeah.
Other than some Warzone with you fellas, I've been chipping away at Assassin's Creed Mirage a little bit here and there.
Oh, I want to play that.
Did my first like assassination thing where you have to, sneak into this, whole compound thing and kind of feel around, see where there's holes in the security, sneak around, look for opportunities to get the target to come out of hiding, and you can distract him with this, that, or the other, and it's kind of, you assess all these different avenues to do this, and you pick whichever one you want to do and then do it. But I assassinated him, and now I'm running around.
Is that like a major target or something, or is that a boss? Is that the main? Is that how the quest goes?
Because there's this. They just call themselves like the Order, and there are these guys that wear these like big masks, and they're these people of in high places of influence, and they're searching for something. At this point in the game, we don't know exactly what, but the first dude was like a slaver, and he was either capturing people or putting people into bondage and then making them go and dig and search for whatever he's looking for. So he had to go.
Yeah.
And boy did he go. And then of course it does like the classic Assassin's Creed thing where you murder your target, and then it immediately goes into like a cutscene where they're like laying on the ground and they have some dying words as you talk to them. But in this Assassin's Creed void where everything's weird and hazy and gray around you.
Is that what dying is like?
I don't know. Maybe.
Damn.
According to Assassin's Creed.
I thought I was dying before.
I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
And then other than that, I've been playing this old PS1 classic,
Kingsfield,
fever dream of a game,
Pepsi Man,
called Mort the Chicken.
Mort the Chicken. What is happening, Brant?
The Chicken.
Brant's like, new releases have slowed down. I've finally got time to catch up on Mort the Chicken. Where did that come from? Has that been in your collection for a while?
It has been in my collection. Somebody told me about it, and they were like, "You have to play this game if you've never played this game." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
All right,
I've started it up. I have started it up a couple times, so I'll read you the little blurb on the back real quick, but it really doesn't do it justice. It says,
No, Brand, do it.
the chickens are in a panic when a mysterious creature from another world kidnapped their baby chicks, stolen from the farm, and threatened with becoming tasty snacks. It is up to a fearless Mort to come to their rescue. A super chicken with superpowers. Mort must cluck, peck, and comb whip the pride of the farm back to safety. So really, what this game is, it is a 3D action platformer. Mort can jump. He's a chicken, so he can kind of fly / hover for a little bit.
Mort the Chicken is a chicken.
His health bar is like a cob of corn, and
perfect.
As you get hit, as you get hit, the kernels disappear, and then you can find like piles of kernels on the ground and peck them, and your health goes back up.
Perfect.
The game starts with I can't remember what his name is now, but it's a giant cube. It's just a cube from another dimension, and he comes from the dimension of like Bullion or something like that, and he demands that the cubes be set free.
He's the aforementioned villain.
Yes, and so he takes the he's appears and sucks up all these little baby chicks and pulls them down a well, and our fearless hero Mort the chicken jumps in after him.
Is he actually fearless? I feel like he's like a nervous anti-hero.
Kind of. It's the real personality comes with the, I guess, in-game cutscenes, I guess you could say, where in between things, they have a lot of personality. There's like news broadcasts, little mock news broadcasts. So you have these anchors pop up, and it's a world of chickens.
In a world of chickens.
And so the anchors are like Henny Penny and Chicken Little, and they have all these like really dry, kind of witty humor lines. And there's stuff about, well, if something happens, then you cluck loudly, flap your wings, and run in circles hysterically, because we're chickens. That's what we do. And there's all this funny humor.
Who made this
platforming
game? I see it's published by Crave.
It's published by Crave, created by And Now.
Mort the chicken. You should be streaming this, Brant.
And Now LLC, copyright 2000.
November 30th, 2000. Right as the PS2's coming out, of course.
It's such an odd little game.
Oh, Brant, I got horrible reviews.
The platforming is not super challenging. And really all you do is run around the levels fighting off these cubes and collecting various amounts of chicks. I did just get to a level that I guess is kind of boss-esque, where I'm being chased by a giant cube man.
As one does. Is it a chicken bouillon cube? Is that where the bouillon comes in?
I'm not sure. He's a giant man made of cubes, and he's chasing me and hurling other cubes at me.
According to Wikipedia, the creator of the character is Ed Annunziata. Don't know if I pronounced that correctly. He made Echo the Dolphin.
Oh.
It's very interesting. He's made a lot of shit through the years, though. Mr. Bones. He also created Mr. Bones. And Cesar's favorite, Jurassic Park, 1993 for Sega CD. And Colibri on Sega 32X, the game with the hummingbird.
Yeah. But no, I think especially even if you have like younger kids, this would be something to boot up around them or have them play a little bit of, because it's just a funny little game.
I see it's not super expensive. It's $30.
No, it's pretty cheap. And I have my hard copy here, but I am playing it on my Steam Deck.
Good job.
Mort the chicken. He is a legitimate copy.
And other than that, yeah, that's it.
Some Warzone, some dubs. Saturday night? No.
Yesterday
night dubs. Monday night dubs.
As I was on the roof while y'all were trying to figure out how
Brant, you go up there. I forgot that story. They're definitely on the roof. Brant, you go up there. Cesar, they're here in this room. I got one of them. I couldn't get the other. Brant's up there looking around. Oh, that was a good finish. I forgot that one. All right, is that it for us?
That's it.
Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen! Thank you for joining us. Getting through the technical troubleshooting, we had some issues. I do not think they will pop up next week.
Let's hope not.
We had a little bit of everything.
It really was. This was a roller coaster. I wasn't sure we were going to make this happen.
Ooh.
It went from the Me and Brant show to the Me and Cesar show to the Me show to All of Us show. Back to normal.
I do enjoy
Oh, they weren't great.
monologues.
You mean the dick monologues?
Yeah, you're.
Is that what we're going with?
That. Sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
See ya.
Adios.